everybody. Thanks for stopping back by Wild Bird Creative. I have a few scraps sitting here that I liked the look of, and so I'm going to just make a really quick collage today using pieces that I have on hand. I've got a piece from Dick Blick. This is a rice paper, and I just like the branch design and the colors. I've got a book page that I've cleaned off my palette knife on, scrapbook paper, a book page, a photograph, and an end page from a book. And that's just where we're going to start. This is going to be real easy. It's going to be very little mess. And we'll just get started. Now this rice paper is wonderful to work with. It's a little hard to tear because it's got a lot of fibers in it. But you can still use it and have it just make beautiful, beautiful designs. I think I'm going to put it here, actually. Set it over a little bit. Straighten it out a little more. There we go. And I'm working on just a 9 by 12 piece of watercolor paper today. Don't know where that little paper punch came from. We'll get rid of that. Next thing I'm going to put down is this. And trying to decide which side do I want on which. I think I want it like this. I'll put it over here on my sheet of deli paper. There we go. Again, make it sure that I like how it is sitting. And then give it a good roll with the brayer. Tack this corner down again. So I've got just 2 layers, and there's already a nice play between them. So I'm going to do these little pieces next. And this is just from a catalog that I got, last year at some point, and it had these wonderful photos in it, and so I kept them, and I have used them on and off in different pieces just for interest. Now let's see, which order do I want this in? I think I want to put this one down next. This is an end page from a graphic novel. So let me put that along here. Again, it's got the similar tones that we're already working in. Get this all ready to go. Lay it right on here. You can see how quickly this is coming together. That's one of the nice things about laying things out ahead of time is you sort through your scraps and decide what you want to use. This one I'm just going to tuck right up in the corner. Straighten him out just a little bit. There we go. And then this last one, I'm going to tuck underneath here. Let me lift him up quickly and just slide this in to butt right up against all those pieces. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in some of this blue using my Tim Holtz stamp. There's some blue on this scrap of paper here and a little bit there. So let me just add a little bit more just to get some interest. And I just have put some blue on my palette here. Nothing fancy. I'm just going to come in. I'm going to try not to be too heavy-handed. What's nice about this stencil is you really can't make a mistake. It's blobs. There, that's giving me just a little bit of detail. Let me do some along here. And I'm just turning the piece so that I do end up with a different pattern and different direction each time I am doing this. You can see it's just adding a small pop of color. I might even come out onto the white up here a bit. Just break that negative space up. Yeah, I like that. And again, it's just a subtle pop of color. And you can do as much as you want. You can go very heavy on the spatters, or you can keep it just in spots. Get a few in there. There, I like how that looks, and I think I'll come down here and do the same thing, breaking the edge down at this end. Just bring in a little spatter effect. Like I said, you can't go wrong with it. It can be as irregular as you want. Add just a tiny bit up here. This will be the only stencil that I have to clean up. It's one thing I like about these projects, is I don't have a ton of cleanup. Okay, let me set that aside. And I think I will bring in my Tombow and just add a little bit of wiggly line. Just highlighting this image a little bit. Let your hand wiggle a little bit as you're doing it. Again, it's not about everything being perfect. I may darken that one up a little bit, and I may go a little heavier down here just to accent that corner. Now the other end of this pen has a nice chisel point, and I'm just going to draw some quick lines in here. Do a little bit of cross hatching. I'm going to do the same right up here, just to fill in some of that empty space. And there we go. We've got a finished piece. Look at that. I mean, just a few pieces of paper, a pen, some paint, and you've got a nice piece. There's a lot of interest in the background, and that's what pulls it together really quickly, so you don't have to fuss with all the other details. I don't need to add a ton of stamps or stenciling to this because I've already got the interest here. I hope that you'll pull out your supplies and just have some fun, fool around a little bit, give yourself a break, see what you can find in a magazine to inspire you to create a new piece. Thanks for stopping by. Wild Bird Creative.